This is the Project Management Podcast. We bring project management topics to beginners and experts. Find us on the web at www.thepmpodcast.com or send your emails to pmpodcast@gmail.com.
Hello and welcome to this product review episode of the Project Management Podcast. I am Cornelius Fichtner and it's great to have you with us today. So this is the first of a series of product review episodes that I have planned for you. And you may be wondering, product reviews? Since when are we doing those? Well, since today. And that is because I listen to you. I recently had a listener survey on the internet. About 350 or so people participated, and an overwhelming number of people said, yes, we do want to have product reviews as part of the Project Management Podcast. So here we go. We begin with a review of the WBS Coach by pmstudent.com. But before we do this, let's do a complete disclosure here, and that is the fact that the PM podcast is in fact an affiliate of PM Student. So if you go to www.mywbscoach.com and you decide to purchase the WBS Coach from the PM Student, then we will receive a commission from your purchase. And of course, this commission, this income, this helps pay for our podcasting equipment, hosting, and other expenses that we have in creating the PM podcast, Prepcast, and any other of the free project management resources that we have out there. So, what is the WBS Coach? Well, let's take a look at an overview here. First of all, the WBS Coach is developed by Josh Nankivel, who is a PMP, and it contains Josh's expertise in creating WBSs. He's been doing that for about 10 years as a hands-on project manager, and he's been working in multiple industries using multiple methodologies, and he has led projects, small projects, and also very complex aerospace mission projects where the WBS was, of course, a major product deliverable that he and his company had towards the aerospace industry. Also, the WBS Coach consists of a series of audio, a series of video lessons, as well as a textbook. And we'll get into the details here right now, and later on I'll even show you a video excerpt and an audio excerpt so you can hear a little bit and watch a little bit of what it is that is actually included in the WBS Coach. However, to begin, let's take a look at what it is that you are going to get with the WBS Coach as a final product. It begins, obviously, as I said, with the audio lessons. In total, Josh provides roughly about an hour of audio, and this is great because just like with a podcast, you can take the audio lessons, you can synchronize them over onto your iPod and study on the road, and it contains all the information really that you need to know from Josh. This is where all his experience comes across. Josh also created a series of videos, again about an hour in duration, and these videos, they show you how to create a WBS in various tools. This is extremely helpful because you can take a look at other options. If you've only used Microsoft Word so far on how to create a WBS, well then check out these videos and see what other options that you have here. He also provides a textbook, and this textbook is 59 pages long and contains many illustrations, obviously, that are not in the audio. Very difficult to put illustrations into the audio. So we have the textbook here. Very easy to follow. Simple explanations and very good illustrations, by the way. They show really everything you need to know, and it is intended as a review of what you have heard in the audio files. But wait, there is more, so to speak, because Josh decided that he also wants to provide updates to this. At the time of recording this video here, the WBS Coach is a brand new product, and what Josh is planning to do is he is planning to record additional Q&A sessions that he receives with initial customer questions. So if you are among the first people who purchase this, then you can go ahead and you can send Josh your questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? What do you think about here and there? Josh will answer these questions and send an update to you. So if you purchase this WBS Coach at a later time, these updates, they will very likely already be included in the original download that you're going to get. If you want more details about the product, read more about the product, or even would like to purchase the product, then please go to mywbscoach.com, where Josh has a nice sales page and where you can read all about this product. However, we are now going to jump a little bit more into the details of this product. I'm going to show you what it is that you're going to get, what it is you're downloading. We'll listen into a bit of audio and also a bit of video, and then at the end I will give you my verdict of the product. After your purchase of the WBS Coach, you will receive a link from Josh where you can download your training package. And this training package is a zip file, wbscoach.zip, that you see right here on my hard drive. And as you can see here on the right, it is 250 megabytes in size. That's a quarter of a gigabyte. So that's quite a sizable file. In my case, I have a very fast internet connection. It took me about 4 minutes to download it. Absolutely no problem right here. However, if you have a slow internet connection, or maybe even if you have dial-up, then this obviously may lead to a longer download, or you may even have troubles in downloading it at all because it is so large. But don't worry about it. There are ways to help you, and what I always recommend to my customers when they download one of my large files is to use the free download manager. That's a public domain software. Obviously, it's at freedownloadmanager.com. It's a software, you install it, and it helps you download large files like this one easily and quickly without any troubles, and it ensures that you have a complete file without any errors in it. Once you've downloaded this, you have to unzip it, and you will be using the unzip tool that you have on your computer. I've already unzipped it here, so let's open this up, and this is what you're going to get. You're going to get this directory structure right here, and what you are going to have to do is you are just going to have to double click here on the readme file, and this will open up everything in your browser, and we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. But let me walk you through what it is that you have in these 5 directories right here, because personally I'm always a tinkerer. I'm always going into the directories and I'm looking at what we've got here, and this here is the audio folder. Obviously it contains all the audio files that Josh has presented to you. These are the about 80 minutes of audio, and let me just show you one thing that Josh did very right here, because many people, when they create MP3 files, they forget this. They forget to set these items here. They forget to put in the artist, the album, the year. And if you now take these MP3 files and you drag and drop them into your portable media player, maybe use iTunes or any other way of carrying these MP3 files with you, now you can actually find these files by artist or album or through year or whatever it is, or even by the genre, because he called it training. So that makes it very easy for you to find these audio files in your portable device. Imagine if these were all empty, if he hadn't filled them in, well, you would have to look for an empty artist, or how would you find them? So this is something that Josh did well. That's a good thinking on his part here. Next we have the bonus items right here. Let me make this a bit wider. As you can see, we have videos, we have audios, we have the WBS checklist that I mentioned earlier, and he even provides a PDU reporting guide that explains to you what you have to do in order to report the PDUs that you get for taking this training if you are a holder of a PMI certificate. Images, these are just certain images that he uses. Don't have to look at these at all. The textbook, this here is the complete textbook of the WBS Coach. It contains the complete training and all the graphics, and we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. And lastly, there's the video folder. Obviously, this one contains all the videos that Josh has. The bonus videos, obviously, here in the bonus folder, but the standard videos, he keeps them in the video folder right here. All right, so as I said, you don't really have to go through these folders, but if you are like me, if you're a tinkerer and you like to see what you really get, then this is what you find. Oh, and by the way, the audios, you can just drag and drop these into your iTunes if you have an iPod, and they will synchronize automatically. If you want the videos on your iPod as well, or iPhone, then you're going to have to first convert them over into an iPod version. Just drag and drop them into iTunes, and then you can convert them, and they will then play on your iPod as well. Let us now open up the README file. Here I have already gotten that open. Here it is. And this is very nicely done. You don't have to worry about anything. If you don't want to go out into the files and tinker on the file level, you can simply open up this README file, and everything that you need is here. There's a welcoming section, there are a bit of technical considerations. You can even write to him, and he will respond to you if you have any problems. And then you will find all the lessons nicely laid out for you here. You can see exactly what it is that you're going to get, and here at the top is a link to the audio, and there's a link to the text. So if you want to listen to this on your computer right here, right now, all that you do is you click on audio, and let me turn on my speakers here, and it starts the audio in a new window, and you can now take this training right here and right now. And this is the way it works for everything that you see here. You click on the audio, you click on the text, and it will open up the PDF document. So let's take a look at the PDF. I've opened it up in Acrobat Reader here, so I can zoom in a bit better. Here are the thumbnails. As you can see, it is about 68 pages in length. It is the transcript of what you hear in the audio files, but obviously what you cannot have in the transcript are the various graphics that Josh presents to us here. Here's one on how to structure the various levels in WBS, but more than that, Josh also provides us graphics in which he shows you what not to do. For instance, here he tells you do not use phases in your WBS. That's a big no-no. And then when we go a little further to the very back, here Josh presents us with a complete WBS, and he even goes into questions of, well, what do I do if my WBS gets too big and if it is too large? Here is one that's very large. Actually, no, here is the even larger one. He starts splitting it up into various pages, and he also gives you an idea of what the WBS dictionary is supposed to look like. Let's go back to the overview file right here, because I wanted to also show you the videos that we have here. And this is really the only complaint that I have about the WBS Coach, and that's the fact that Josh has chosen to have videos encoded in various formats. You can see this when you go out onto the bonus items here. You can see that he has the videos. Let me go into the detailed list here. Oh, you can't see the extensions. Some of these videos are MP4s and some of the videos are M4Vs. So if you open them manually, some of them open in a default player, the others open in iTunes. So this is something that I personally don't like. If I double click on a video, I would like the same thing to happen every single time. Not sure why Josh chose to encode them in various formats, and then he also uses various sizes. Let me open up the MindMeister video here, and what you can notice right now is it fills the complete screen, and this is not just because it is I've had to reduce the screen here to record it. Even if I go full screen on this, and I have a huge screen, a huge monitor here, then what's missing here at the bottom, do you see any controls here at the bottom to stop, fast forward, rewind? That's because the videos are so incredibly large that this doesn't fit into the player area anymore on your video in your browser. Let's go over to the okay, it seems to be crashing here. Nope. Lucky, didn't crash. And let's go over and let's take a look at this video down here, the deliverable work packages and task, because you see this is suddenly smaller, right? And we do have the controls down here, and this is great because now I can fast forward and zoom in. So I'm not quite sure why Josh chose to have videos of varying sizes. It would have been perfect if they would all fit into a nice browser and if we would be able to see these controls at the bottom of every single video that I want to play. Because now, even though this is nicely presented here with the videos and I can just click, personally I would now go back into the video folder here and I would open these videos in a player externally so that I have full control and I can stop and pause and go back if I miss something. That's the trouble. And one other thing that I noticed, and this is just something that that Josh may be correcting in a future version, is these two videos here, if you click on one of these, they open up the same video, even though they're two separate videos, just the same link here behind it. All right, this is an overview of everything that you're going to get. I really like this. This is well done. This is really well done. Obviously, the same thing here as well with the bonus and the extras. You can just click and it opens all of these up. So everything is nicely presented to you as a customer of the mywbs.com package, and you can just go ahead and click and watch these things and learn about what Josh has to say on how to best use a WBS to make your projects a success.
There are as many ways to create a WBS as grains of sand on the beach. Well, perhaps not that many. I'm going to walk you through my preferred method of creating a WBS. This applies to any project, large or small. The amount of rigor you apply will change based on the specific size and complexity of your project, but the steps are relevant everywhere. On the topic of iterative project management methodologies like Scrum and others, I have some experience there. I have found this process of WBS creation useful on every type of project, even in Scrum. The WBS is a high level enough to still work well in an iterative environment, or at least it can be high level if you make it that way. Too much detail in any WBS can be detrimental, regardless of what method you use to run projects. In this video, I will show you how to create your WBS using mind mapping software. And what I'm going to use to demo this is mindomo.com. This is a hosted service on the internet. Let me just start filling this in and you'll kind of get an idea. So I'm going to go ahead and just change this central topic to project. So if we were going to do a WBS, then whatever the name of the project is would be our central topic there. You can just see how the software again automatically resizes things for me. I don't have to worry about formatting at all. I can just kind of, and once you do this for a little while, you get pretty good at it, where you can just add things on the fly as people are talking. I've used this quite a few times on conference calls and to jot down ideas, or actually in creating a WBS, and it's something that you can do on a fairly fluid basis. So
Here is my critique of Josh Nankivel's WBS Coach Training Package. Let's begin with the things I like, and obviously this is a very professional training product. Josh and we spoke a number of times as he was developing this training, and he really questioned himself. You know, am I putting enough information into this? Is everything that I put into this correct? Am I putting this out at the right quality? He really did a lot of work and a lot of research in addition to the experience that he has, and put this into the product. And you can tell, you know, this is almost a labor of love that he created here. For me, as a podcast producer, the audio and video quality is always something that I look at, and this is outstanding. This is a top-notch production. I don't know if you've ever purchased maybe an online training from somebody, and then, you know, the video is blotchy and the audio sounds as if they recorded this thing in a tin can, and it's you can hardly listen to it and view it. In this case here, with the mywbscoach.com product, this is not the case. This is really top-notch, easy to listen to, and great videos to watch. It's obviously clear, it's concise, it's easy to follow, it doesn't leave any room for questions. It's really pretty much everything that you need to know about a WBS, how to create it, how to use it as a basic tool, and how to use it as an advanced tool on your project. Josh is very approachable as well. He responds to emails if you write to him, which you can see that he did Q&A after the fact from his students, from his customers who purchased it, and included that as part of the package. And even better, when he originally sent me the final product, I told him a couple of things that I would like to see in this, and he immediately put them in. For instance, he didn't have a video about how to use Visio to create a WBS, my favorite tool, by the way, to create a WBS, and he instantly took that critique and put it in. And he also didn't have the WBS cheat sheet that I suggested, and he used my idea and put that in there and created one. Really a nice tool that allows you to just have a cheat sheet there next to you as you are creating your new WBS. Things I didn't like so much. Josh has a pleasant voice, but his inflection is a bit monotone, it's a bit flat, and he, over time, as he continues to create these trainings, he'll probably get more used to it, more comfortable with it, and he will have more inflection in his tone. Or maybe I'm just going overboard with being so enthusiastic constantly, and that's just my critique there. Personally, I really don't like the fact that there is a mix of video formats. If I open up a video, if I double-click on video A and then double-click on video B, I would like to have the same reaction happening there and not have to worry about which of my various players is it now going to open. Same thing with the video sizes, because some of the videos are so huge they just don't fit into the browser window, which means that the player controls are hidden, so I cannot stop, fast forward and go back. I actually have to go out into the files and open up the videos manually. And last but not least, what I really don't like is he made me record this complete video that you see today twice, because he sent me his original product, and based on that I created a review and recorded it and sent it to him and said, here, this is my feedback, I'm going to publish this in about December. And he went ahead and actually took my input and put everything that I said was lacking into his product, so I had to record this video here twice. And yeah, that's a lesson learned for me. Don't ever send an early review of a critique to somebody, because they might actually listen to you and do what you say. Here is my verdict for Josh Nankivel's WBS Coach training program. I give Josh for this product 4.5 out of 5 stars. And the half star that I'm not giving him there is really just for the issues that I personally have with the video formats and the video sizes, which are a bit taking away from the user experience in the end. So, but it really is just a small issue there, because overall I can tell you this is an excellent training that helps you to get into the details of a WBS, or if you have never used a WBS before, it helps you understand what it is, how to create one, and most importantly, this is a practitioner's advice on how to create a WBS that is really going to benefit your project. And that's really what all project managers want out there, to use tools that benefit our projects. So, if you are interested in this tool, then stop by at mywbscoach.com and give it a try. And don't forget, if you do so, if you buy this product, then once again, you are giving a little bit of commission here to the Project Management Podcast that helps us to keep our cost at bay. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. As always, you can find us at thepmpodcast.com, and if you are a project manager who wants to become a PMP, then the easiest way to do so is with our sister podcast, the PM Prepcast, and study for the exam by watching over 38 hours of videos at pmprepcast.com. And if you are already a PMP, then stop by at pmlectures.com. Here we go beyond just delivering PDUs. We give you exclusive training from the brightest minds in project management today. Please send your emails to pmpodcast@gmail.com, and when you write, please tell me where in the world you are writing from. And finally, we have this. This one is a quote from the boss, who says that teamwork is many people doing what I say. Until next time.